Did you know that over 90% of millionaires in the world have made a significant portion of their wealth through real estate? That's more than any other asset class. According to Forbes, even during economic downturns, real estate remains one of the most stable and profitable long-term investments. But here's the real question. How can someone without millions in the bank get started in real estate investing and build wealth from the ground up? In this video, we'll uncover the basics of real estate investing, dive into a fictional story inspired by real-life strategies, and explore how you could begin your journey to wealth through property investments. Real estate has been one of the most reliable ways to build wealth for centuries. At its core, real estate investing is simple. You purchase a property and either rent it out, sell it at a higher price, or use it to generate income through other creative methods. What makes real estate so powerful is that it offers multiple income streams, including rental income, property appreciation, and even tax benefits. Take this for example. Between 1991 and 2021, the average home price in the United States increased by over 300%, according to the Federal Housing Finance Agency. That's just from holding property, not to mention the extra cash you could earn by renting it out. But here's the catch. Getting into real estate isn't always easy. It takes patience, research, and careful planning. The good news is that people from all walks of life, whether they're starting with just a little savings or have larger amounts to invest, have successfully built wealth through real estate. Let's dive into a story to see how one person, starting with very little, navigated this path to success. Observe that this video is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own research and consult a professional before making any investment decisions. Meet Sarah. She was in her late 20s, living in a small apartment and working as a teacher. She loved her job but felt stuck financially. After covering rent, student loans, and basic expenses, there wasn't much left to save. But Sarah had always dreamed of owning property, not just her own home, but investments that could generate passive income. One evening, Sarah stumbled across an article about how some people start investing in real estate with less than $5,000. It sounded too good to be true, but it piqued her interest. She began researching everything she could about real estate, watching YouTube videos, reading books, and even attending free online seminars. Sarah learned about a strategy called house hacking. The idea was simple. Buy a small multi-family property, live in one unit, and rent out the others to cover the mortgage. It seemed like a great way to get started without needing a huge income. But there was one problem. Sarah didn't have enough for a big down payment. So she set a goal. Save $10,000 in 2 years. She picked up a side hustle tutoring kids in the evenings and cut back on unnecessary spending. By the end of 18 months, she had saved just enough to make her first move. In 2018, Sarah bought a duplex in an up-and-coming neighborhood for $180,000, using an FHA loan that required only a 3.5% down payment. Her total upfront cost, including fees, was just under $10,000. She moved into one unit and rented out the other. The rent from her tenant covered about 70% of her mortgage. For the first time, Sarah felt like she had a real plan to build wealth. Things didn't go smoothly at first. A month after moving in, her tenant reported a broken water heater. Sarah had to dip into her emergency savings to cover the $1,200 repair. Then, a few months later, her tenant decided to move out, leaving her without rental income for 2 months. Sarah realized that being a landlord wasn't as easy as it seemed. But instead of giving up, she used these challenges as learning opportunities. She started setting aside a portion of her rental income for future repairs and learned how to screen tenants more effectively. By 2020, the value of Sarah's duplex had increased to $220,000. Thanks to improvements in the neighborhood, she decided to take out a home equity line of credit to access the equity she had built up in the property. With this additional funding, Sarah bought her second property, a single-family home she planned to rent out. This time, she applied what she had learned. She chose a property in a location with high rental demand and made sure it was in good condition before renting it out. Within a few months, the home was generating $600 a month in profit after expenses. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, Sarah faced another major challenge. For a few months, her tenants struggled to pay rent. Instead of panicking, Sarah worked with them to set up payment plans, knowing that long-term relationships mattered more than short-term losses. During this time, Sarah also noticed a new trend. People were moving out of cities and into suburban areas. She used this insight to purchase her third property in a suburban market that was quickly growing in popularity. This property turned out to be one of her best investments, doubling in value within 2 years. By 2023, Sarah owned 4 properties with a combined value of over $1 million. Her monthly rental income covered all her expenses, allowing her to reinvest in her portfolio and even save for her own dream home. Sarah didn't get rich overnight. Her journey was filled with ups and downs, but she stayed focused on her long-term goal. She credits her success to starting small, learning from her mistakes, and always keeping an eye on market trends. So, what can we learn from Sarah? Takeaway number 1. Start small. You don't need to be rich to begin your real estate journey. Sarah started with minimal resources, using strategies like house hacking, a method where you live in one part of a property and rent out the other to cover expenses. This approach not only reduced her living costs, but also allowed her to start building equity from day one. It's proof that even with limited funds, you can take that first step toward creating financial security. Real estate offers opportunities for almost anyone willing to think creatively and take action. Takeaway number 2. Stay patient. Real estate isn't about instant gratification. It's about consistent growth over time. Sarah embraced the long-term nature of investing, knowing that success wouldn't happen overnight. As years passed, her property values increased, her rental income grew, and her financial stability solidified. The key takeaway is that small, steady progress adds up to big results in the long run. Real estate rewards those who can see the bigger picture and remain committed to their goals. Takeaway number 3. Learn from challenges. Every challenge Sarah faced, unexpected repairs, vacancies, or market fluctuations, was an opportunity to grow. Instead of giving up, she adapted, learning to navigate the ups and downs of real estate with resilience. Each setback became a lesson, making her a stronger and more knowledgeable investor. Real estate, like any investment, comes with risks, but the rewards go to those who view obstacles as stepping stones, not roadblocks. Her journey shows that persistence and a willingness to learn are vital to building wealth. These takeaways highlight how anyone, with the right mindset and approach, can turn real estate into a pathway toward lasting financial success. Her journey is a reminder that with creativity, patience, and resilience, building wealth through real estate is achievable for anyone willing to take the leap. And remember, Sarah's story is fictional, but it's inspired by real-life strategies that many investors have used. This video is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own research and consult a professional before making any investment decisions. Real estate investing isn't easy, but it's one of the most proven paths to building wealth. So, what do you think? Could this be the right path for you? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Path to Wealth stories.